This poem is called For Women, and I wrote it for an event that I was going to perform in, and the event was part of the 1 Billion Rising campaign, which was creating awareness about violence against women and equality. So I wrote this specifically for this event. So here it goes. It's called For Women. It goes, you think you can hurt me? You think you have the right to touch me, stating that my body's the cause just because mine may look weaker than yours. But listen, the stimulation from your sexual thoughts got you misreading the situation, as even in a man's world, my gender does not make me a second-class citizen. I'm always first, which is what I'm worth, as you probably never realized that it is us women who raise mankind to walk the earth. You see, God chose us because men can't handle the pain of childbirth, which shows that it is in women where true strength resides, as we sojourn the power of those still unborn, and when they finally get to see the colour of the sky, it is we who teach these souls how to fly. Yet still, original sin casts us into the realm of divine hatred, a concept expressed by men as God entrusted us with a power that is sacred, the power to harbour life, physically stating that if it wasn't for women, man couldn't survive. As the world sleepwalks into the end of times, it is us women who protect the pulse of humanity's lifeline. You'd have to die in the front lines to feel where my strength lies. Only then you'll realise that all the pain you've been through doesn't compare to the pain felt when a mother cries due to burying a piece of her own soul. You see, a woman's strength isn't just measured by how many pounds she can bench press, or the mean look of her abs. No, her strength is more than that. Being naturally inclined, just like men, a woman's strength comes from a place that's divine, not requiring any insight, as hard situations incite our will to rip through our skin, because that's where our strength comes from deep within. To carry on being one half of humanity, but this patriarchal policy has enabled you to commit a form of daylight robbery, as my voice and my rights have been stripped from me, leaving me in a state that's unsafe, especially when conflicts erupt between different states, resulting in births, abortions, and a rising suicide rates, because war is usually followed by rape. Mass rape that sends our human dignity to a mass grave where morality is slaughtered to resurrect misery in the forms of our fatherless sons and daughters who are conceived in an act that is deemed illegal, but rape happens due to the differences between men and women that has got some believing that we are less than equal, going as far as to think that you have the right to prescribe anorexia in order to objectify the very essence of what lies within me, as our strength is in our beauty and our beauty is in our strength, that operates without a hindrance in order for equality to unfurl, as I hurl rocks at sayings like, if you educate a man, you educate an individual, but if you educate a woman, you educate the world, because in these days, we shouldn't need these cliches in order to educate a girl. But I guess we need these phrases so that justice can seep through, as if I'm somehow less equal than you. And I need some kind of a justification, because if I'm not going to teach my family or heal the society, then there shouldn't be a point in educating me. Even though I'm one half of humanity and education is a human right. We walked away from female infanticide only to arrive at the door of an industry that uses sexuality to sell products, making exploitation the perfect soliloquy that works alongside prostitution in a symmetry, because they both use our bodies to make you the very thing that makes the world go round. So I'm writing this for those women whose lives have turned upside down, in the hope that these words can turn them around by reminding them of the great woman of the past who we missed, as history's fine print skipped over the detail that the first person to die for hating the pharaoh system was a female. Princess Asia's will for change didn't just rip through her heart and find a safe haven in people like Zainab al-Ghazali and Rosa Parks for our femininity to be gagged and chained up in adult websites and magazines. This silent form of misogyny is the reason why I raise my voice and will continue to go on until my soul has had enough of me and my body lays wasted like a barren land going beyond fertility, but my mind can rest in peace, knowing that my sons and daughters are growing up in the world envisioned in Martin's dream, a world where mankind prospers under the shade of equality. That's it. That's done.